So are you going to be politically correct on this podcast?
No,
Come a little closer. Put your earphones on. I don't know if you know we live.
I'm not.
Huh?
I'm not.
Hold on, this shit back right here. This
shit
shit back right here, DV. Hold on, this shit back.
I'm good. Hey, what's up?
You see how you sound?
And we going live too? Am I going live on
You
here?
can go live if you want to.
I'm not. Maybe for a second. You know.
Yeah. Not too long. You know what I'm saying?
Just to get it started, but I'm not trying to go live.
Nah, you ain't got to. See, this is my theory. This is what I always say to people when they say my former president, Barack Obama, doesn't do anything for black people.
Well, don't quote me as saying that. I never said that.
What would you say?
I didn't say he don't do anything for black people. We've done a lot for black people.
You just said 2 minutes ago.
No, I didn't say
he ain't did ish for black people.
I didn't say that. I said she said people have that argument. I said, yeah, a lot of people do have that argument too that he did shit. I didn't say he did shit. He did shit. I ain't saying that. Why would I say that? I say the best president we ever had.
All right. So
the best president the United States ever seen was Barack Obama.
Okay, don't
best.
Listen, listen. You already opened up the game. You know, Take It on the World podcast.
Are we talking about my sticker?
No. Listen, the Take It on the World podcast is about keeping it 100.
We gonna keep it 100.
Keep it 100. We ain't have a debate at Dirty Bob's, Clean Bills, whatever you want to call it, 2 weeks ago. If President Barack Obama did anything for black people.
Right.
And what did you say?
I don't remember. But I know how I feel right now. I don't remember how I would have said in the post house. I went to the post house. I don't remember what I said in
post house. Post house ain't been here in 10 years. In 10 years.
But I will say what I feel now. What I feel now.
What do you feel now?
Oh, it's a simple question. He could have did more.
He could have did more?
And when people that's really so pro Barack, they'd be like, what could he do? He couldn't do nothing. He ain't the black president.
Hold on. Listen, you see, you just said that was what I said 2 weeks ago. Now he remembers what I said.
I'm telling you what I'm saying now, my position now.
Okay, well, my first thing is...
I would never say he did nothing. I would never say that.
I always tell people say he could have did more. Honestly, okay, keep it phone. People say he could have did more. He didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. And my number one question is, what was he supposed to do? And when I ask people that question, they can't give me clear and precise answers. What was he supposed to do?
I can answer that. I have no problem. So
okay.
People never answer that for you?
They don't have an answer.
I would never put him in position on what he's supposed to do.
Well, how can you say somebody did
what
nothing?
He could have done.
They said that people say he hasn't done anything for the African American.
Yeah, that's sad when people say something minority. Like that.
But I say, okay.
It's the boy D. Reed. We all live with Taking Over the World.
Yo, Taking On the World podcast is going down, man.
And this is the pre. I'm here for a whole nother reason, but we got this little pre thing that we got to get out the way. That's
no doubt. Let's go. Listen. Okay. I'm gonna open up.
Well, I think we get to the point where we can't say somebody's supposed to do something. I think it's wrong to say, well, he's supposed. No, nobody's supposed to do nothing. But where I'm at is that he could have did something, and that is spoke more on behalf of explaining people really in a thorough way about us. He tried to do it early in the career. I did see him do that because he was talking about his mom used to come down and had to clench her purse. And people don't understand how it feels as a black man walking down the street and see another race come up the street and they cross the street and all that. I remember him speaking on that a little bit.
Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, Trayvon, yeah.
All that went down.
Yeah, but I'm saying we have to, that's obvious. You know what I mean? That's the nation, that's a national subject that's going on. Like, it was at the time, it was right then and there. He had to say something about that.
If y'all go back and look at
the
history.
But what I'm saying is, I just think that people need to thoroughly explain, and I don't want to make it seem like to explain our struggle, but I think that it's important that somebody that's in power speaks on our behalf because, a lot of people are listening to him and not us.
So are you saying on the record that he did not do that?
No, I'm not saying he didn't do nothing.
I will point out 30 times when he did it. I was
going to say he did
nothing.
I would never say that.
I always say
I would never say that. I'm not never say he's supposed to do something. Me, I would think you really could. Because he went for the even with the gay rights situation, he spoke. He did. It's a lot of changes. Big up to them. We gotta be right with that. Big up to them. They got their agenda. Taken care of, and he started that.
So you saying that? So you saying he stood up more for gay
rights? No, I'm gonna say that not only stood up, he spoke out more. He had a daggone meeting on live TV with the lady. I forget we was talking about her. The one that beat cancer. And to say, I have evolved. What do you mean you have evolved? Well, as far as gay marriages and stuff like that, he said he has evolved, and that's cool. If that's how you feel. You know what I mean? That's fine, but he went his extra mile to make sure that a lot of rights got taken care of and a lot of special rights for them. And with us, it wasn't, and we didn't feel that.
All right, look, we didn't even start the podcast
because we gotta do us.
Well, listen. I don't even know. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Taking Over the World podcast. We are here with no other in the one and only Mr. Derrick, also known as D. Reed. Clap it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we ain't really got nobody here in the studio, but you know, it just sound like that. You know what I mean?
We got an audience. Thank you on Instagram and all y'all for checking.
Listen, we got one person. We got my assistant. She's here, pressing the record button. All right, now D. Reed,
what's up?
You know, you know what, D. Reed, you're one of my favorite people. You know why you're one of my favorite people? Because we was having this discussion when we go out to eat. We go now, ladies and gentlemen, we go out to eat on some Sundays, and we just have like a brotherly conversation. It's about
where
life.
we at? Tell everybody.
Dirty Bob's.
Dirty Bob's.
Or Clean Bills.
Or Clean Bills. And I love the fact that
his real name
that.
is Bill. His real name is Bill, but everybody call him Dirty
But we've been
Bob.
going Bob's for a long time now, years, and we always called it Dirty Bob's. However, you decided to ask him what's his real name, and he told you Bill.
Clean Bill.
And we was all shocked.
Yo, shout out to Clean Bill, which is going to lead to a whole nother topic later on. We're going to talk about that. But no, we got a little bit of time. You know what I mean? But the main thing, we talk about. I said, listen, if you're friends with somebody, first and foremost, or like family, friends, or whatever, you should be able to have a debatable conversation with someone, and for both parties to speak their mind freely, and the other not take offense to it.
I agree.
And that's why I love having the debates with you, because like we have a debate and we don't take offense to it. I know one time D. Reed was mad at me. My fault. He's my barber too, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my!
And he messed my hair up because we had a debate. And he ain't like what I said.
Don't believe him.
So he gave me he pushed my hair along. Okay, I'm just playing. We ain't gonna mess with the brand like that. But today you're hearing the podcast.
Yes, sir.
And, it's about taking over the world, pursuing your goals, dreams, and aspirations, and the failures along the way.
Yeah.
And right now, you got a book coming out.
Got a book coming out. Wow. Mindset Go.
Mindset
Go.
Mindset
Go.
Mindset Go.
It's kind of like Ready, Set, Go.
It is kind of like Ready, Set, Go. When you and what made you come up with that name?
It's funny. Of course, I think everything starts at the mind. So that's the beginning. It's like if you was in a race, they say Ready, Set, Go. So instead of Ready, Set, Go, I'm gonna say Mindset Go, because I believe everything starts with the mind first. Initially, the word title Mindset Go was actually the first chapter of my book. And one of my boys is going to love this. Yusef Allen, I let him get a sneak peek of the book. And I had another title at the time. And he didn't even worry about the title. He just read the little section I told him to read. But when he got home that night, he said, boy, that Mindset Go going to be good. Mindset Go. He just kept saying that. I said, that's not the name of the book, though. He said, but I saw that. I said, yeah, that's the first chapter. But it stuck with him. And then it started resonating with me, and it stuck with me. And I said, you know what? I called him back. I said, Seth, that's the title of the book, Mindset Go.
What was the title before?
I can't tell you what the title of the book was. I can tell you what the title was.
Was it a porno name or
something? Why would it be that?
I know. That's what I can't tell you the title.
It was another title. We didn't clear that. We didn't clear that. Well, but it's the reason why. And this is something part of the book, too. That's part of the book, too, that I kind of don't want to release it in a sense. Right. But they're going to find out.
So what is Mindset Go? What is this book about?
This book is more of a motivational, inspirational book. I think there are a lot of what I call self-help books. So when you go to this bookstore, you look for a self-help book. Is that if that's what you're in the market for? This book is more of a know yourself book. So I think it's way more important for you to know yourself before you can help yourself. It's kind of like, when people go to the doctor, he asks you a bunch of questions for a reason. Number one, you're going there for help, but he needs to know you first. You know what I mean? Because once he get to know you, your family, what you've been through, and all that type of thing, your history, and then he can give you a good diagnosis on how to help you. And I think a lot of people go for self-help books, but they don't even know themselves. So I wrote a book based on you knowing you and finding you, which Mindset Go. And the subtitle is You're Bigger Than You Know. It's a roadmap to finding you. So it's a self-know book. And I want people to really get cornered, and really take a look at themselves in the mirror, back themselves up against the wall, and get squeezed, so they can find out the real them and know their purpose.
I got that. Okay, so
that makes sense, right?
That makes sense. That makes sense. Makes sense. Now, and one thing we talk about is, like you just said in the book, is finding yourself and purpose. We definitely talk about purpose a lot here in the podcast. Now, I'm gonna ask you this question. I think you found yourself since you're writing a book about it, right?
Yes, like unreal.
Who are you? Who's D. Reed?
I think, I know. Let me say that.
Look, sing down. Yeah.
Let me tell you, even with the book, and I use a lot of analogies. Just like if you got an orange, you squeeze an orange, what comes out? Orange juice, because that's what's in it. I think life has a way of squeezing us, and the stuff that comes out of us, whether it's a bad situation and bad stuff come out, then our job is to correct that. The good stuff that comes out of you, and what I mean by that, like say you lose a loved one or something that you never thought you could make it past, but what squeezed out of you was the strength or the endurance, or even patience, stuff that are the good things that we need to capitalize on. What I found out in writing this book is that it squeezed me. And again, the bad stuff that came out that I felt like I had to fix. And then the good stuff I'm capitalizing on now and using it. I'm an inspirational tool. I'm a vessel. I'm here on this earth with a purpose to progress, to be productive, to multiply. I think we all are, and it's funny because I think we all got special people that are special to us because they're close to us. But I have come to realize that no one's special, but we all important. And I realized how much of a piece of this masterpiece puzzle of this life that we're a part of, and we're connected. We all need each other. So with that being said, me being an inspirational person as a light to help you navigate through life.
You know you're gonna get killed when you get home. When your wife sees this podcast, you know that, right?
Well, I said that.
He said nobody's special. You're like, I'm not special.
I said, well, I
I'm
cleared
not
it up.
special. I had your kids, player.
Well, I said that's why I had to let the disclaimer out there. I said, listen, people that are close to you, consider them special. But in the big general message,
I'm about to say,
nobody's special. Everybody's important, though.
Your book gonna sell out because they could be like, D. Reed dead. Buy his book.
Uh-huh.
You killed him.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Well,
Look, we're kidding.
Yeah.
We're kidding. I'm joking, mama.
Oh, we got camera right there too.
Yeah, we got double cameras.
Oh, hey, what's up, y'all?
Now, one thing that you mentioned, you was like, you got squeezed.
Whew.
And you had to overcome some bad things in some of those things. What did you have to squeeze out of yourself? What did you have to overcome?
Well, it's funny. I learned a lot about myself. It's the weakness I learned how to. One of the weaknesses that I found out in writing the book that I'm highly sensitive. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know it's something called high H. And I'm cool with that, even to be a man, because again, okay. I know who I am. You know now, so it doesn't bother me where I'm confident. Because there's another side to that too. Being highly sensitive, sometimes it was considered a weakness to men to even be emotional,
vulnerable.
Vulnerable, and showing sensitivity. That's not really popular in the man code. Which now
definitely in the black culture.
Definitely in the black culture, and growing up in the Riverside projects in the hood. You know what I mean? You can't be sensitive, emotional, and all that stuff. You can't. Matter of fact, it's still today. It's certain songs that we may play at my business. They're like, man, playing them little sensitive songs and stuff. Yeah. And this is the men talking. You know what I mean? But little they know that you have to be able to tap into that side. With me, I'm already highly sensitive, and I'm a Cancer too. Shout out to the Cancers. We sensitive people.
What month is that?
June.
June?
Yeah, we sensitive. But however, that's the part that being a man that may be a struggle with or was a struggle with. But once I came to grips and realized, wow, that's part of my makeup. Then what's the positive side? Well, the positive is that I'm sensitive to other people's feelings and emotions and intuition. It's like, even being sensitive, I can pick up certain vibes of rooms and stuff. I'm coming to a room and pick up the vibe of the whole room because I'm so sensitive. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm being
come
real.
Start crying.
And she's like, you are in my head. Don't drop a tear. Y'all Cancers out there, don't drop a tear. But this is real talk. Yeah. That even a man can feel like, he's so sensitive. No, I'm not that. You know what I mean? Yeah. However, I'm aware of that, but I use it to my strength to be more compassionate about people. And that's part of my compassion too. See, I didn't understand why I care so much. Why I worry about people that's struggling, or why I want to help the world. Why I want people to experience a better life. Again, this is all tied into Mindset Go because I want you to be able to experience life and be an experience of a fulfilled life with purpose. Because if you miss your purpose, you missed it. You're just existing. But, you can actually exist and live. Again, so I found that as one of my weaknesses. Well, I turned it to one of the strengths that, wow, the strong part was I care, about people and what they do and what they go through.
Now, 2 questions for you. I love this, man, because one thing about this podcast, we could, we do got some questions. I've been knowing D. Reed, man, since I was, been a Boys and Girls Club. I mean, freaking...
Yeah, Browns.
8 years, Browns, Boys and Girls Club. 13. I would say 12, 13 when you started working. I always heard about you from. I don't know. He was in the group. He was in the middle group.
Man,
he used to sing.
Here we go.
He used to sing. Oh, what was the name? All for
we was
you.
in a group called For You.
For You.
And I don't mind that because we used to open up for 112 and we used to, do that road stuff. And also we was at Apollo and won 4 times at Apollo. So
that's what's up.
Teen Summit, man, I don't know if y'all remember Teen Summit. You'll tell I'm 1970s baby. You know what I mean? 80s baby. So right. New Edition and all that. So it's funny because me and a friend of mine, I probably was cutting his hair then, and we just wanted to get up on stage at the talent show. That's where really derived from. And shout out to Howard Park Wildcats, me and Brian Simpers.
Right.
We said, man, wouldn't it be nice to do the Howard talent show? So we ended up doing a talent show and grabbed my brother and somebody else, and we ended up being good.
And your brother's still doing music, though.
And he's still doing music on the
Helping out
music
in the
studio, Studio 505, so in Wilmington, Delaware.
Yo, shout out to Studio 505.
Yeah.
Give him a plug. You know, we shout out. We
Frederick
support.
Reed, what's up? That's my twin. So a lot of people don't know that.
I know y'all was twins.
We're twins, see?
I just thought both of y'all just had like a big smile with like
well, you know.
huge teeth.
Yeah, that's it.
We
twins.
joke about you. Look,
we good,
yeah. We this is what we do. We
y'all
talk about
highly
my head, my
sensitive,
lips.
y'all. Y'all know I'm great going.
Look, all right, Blake, I'm done with your podcast. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. I'm too sensitive. Look, I told you this is one of my sensitivities, and you're gonna come at me. Nah.
Yeah.
But on a more serious note.
Yeah.
And we talked about purpose.
Yeah. Everything.
What do you say to someone who's trying to find their purpose? Because I know, man, I talk to a lot of people, and especially, you know, they be like, "What's taking on the world?" I'm like, "Pursue your goals, dream, boom, right?" And I talk to people, and I always ask them the question, "What's the number one reason why you're here in life?" Right? I would say most, right? And most people outside of religion, right? We ain't gonna take it there. We're not taking it there. I said, "What are you here for?" And you know, some people besides procreation, all this stuff.
This podcast done got deep.
Like
this got real dope. Like look. I hope tell your friends to watch this because this is some deep stuff. Go ahead.
Down. And I say, what's the number one purpose?
Right.
And I mean, what I think to be true is to be happy. And certain things I say, materialistic stuff don't make you happy. I said when you find, matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say it. But I will let you answer, and then I'll give them like my little 2 cents on it. So, you know, somebody who's trying to find their purpose, what would you say to them?
Wow, it's funny because again, I have a bunch of stories and a lot of things that I talk about in Mindset Go. Mindset Go is a lot to do with purpose and finding your purpose. Is in my career, which I own the barbershop and been a barber for years, I get to see so many walks of life, like so many different people going through stuff, and so many people are get to the point where they're like, man, I just don't know what I'm here for or what I should be doing, man, and it's almost disheartening a little bit because what they're saying is that they want to be a part of it. What they're saying is that I want to do more. I want to be more. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. So it's not being taught right. That's how I feel. And I have a way that I kind of navigate them through finding their purpose. Number one is your gifts and talents. Those are things that we don't pick. You know what I mean? Everybody got some type of gifts or some type of talent that was pretty much bestowed on them or given to them. And those things are connected to your purpose. So you don't have them for, just for anything. You have a gift and you have a talent for a reason. And you got to find out what that gift is for, even if it's singing. You know what I mean? Everybody can't sing. Some people are given a voice to sing. Some people are good with their hands. Some people are good with talking. Some people are good. Whatever that gift and talent is, that's the starting point for your purpose. Now, what happened is...
Well, what if you don't know?
Well, that's what
I'm saying. It's a lot of people
don't know what their gifting is. Don't know what their talent is.
Don't even know what their even I think some people think they have a talent or they do have a gift,
right?
But they might not feel it's their purpose. And me, I think like I think that I have a gift and a talent to be able to, like, if you give me a microphone, I can host any event, right? Mm-hmm. And that's just from not even practicing, but we're working on the craft.
You just
now.
know,
I mean, even to like without even. Like, I had to learn some things. Like, okay, cool, I got to work on this craft to really use this gift. And that's just the God given. I can talk to anybody. Blah, blah, blah,
you know how to talk.
Right.
Or you got to get the gab.
Get the gab. All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But I think that is the talent that I was giving. But I think I want to use the talent to fulfill the purpose. And the purpose for me is not necessarily with that talent. It's... okay, I can talk to people, I can host, boom, boom, boom. I think my purpose is to help people to go back to the hood.
Right.
To go back and say, listen, you can be, you know, people thought you don't want to be a product of your environment. I say, no, you want to be a product of your environment, a good product of your environment.
It's already a good product.
They always say, you got to be a bad product.
Yes.
Be a good product of your environment. Show cats you can make it. So when people see, D. Reed, he got the shop, boom, boom, boom. Oh, he became an author. Now they say, I can become an author. Because most people grow up in the hood. I mean, we had this conversation before. When you grow up in the black culture in certain neighborhoods, and the reason why a lot of us want to be rappers, something dealing with entertainment, because that's all we see. That's all we think we can become. I mean, you might get a few people that think I want to be a doctor, a lawyer. Right. You get a few, but you don't have. I don't. It took me until I turned 30 to actually believe that I could become a millionaire. Before that, I never
thought that.
I never really honestly thought I could have been a millionaire. No, I did not believe I could, unless I hit the lottery. I didn't believe that I could be that big. And nothing against any other culture. I say, deal with Caucasians and whoever, you know what I mean? We love them all. But they do have a head start. But they're taught that you can go be anything. That's why they are the ones who start the businesses. Like the tech companies and all this stuff.
Well, you know what? It even derives back when we were young because they asked a lot of questions. You know what I mean? We weren't allowed to talk. You don't talk when grown people are talking. If you ask grown people talk when they come, hey, boy, you don't talk when you're talking. I was just going to ask you back. You know what I mean?
Right.
We grew up like that because that was instilled in us, which is really sad.
It's really sad.
When other races say, no, you talk to people, you look at men and shake their hands. When we go into the doctor's office, you ask them questions and things like that. We wasn't taught to ask questions to adults, stuff like that. But actually, you actually touched on the answer though when you said I have this gift when I feel like I can use this gift to do things for the youth and go back to the hood. You know what I mean? Or I want to do this. Well, the difference is what you want to do and what you are called to do. Mm-hmm. Those are two differences, and we can fight that. You know what I mean? I could want to be a rapper, but I got gifts to play the piano. You know what I mean, or something like that. But I want to be a rapper, but my gift is in this lane. And if we don't give our gift a chance because we let our wants override that, then we won't find our true happiness or fulfillment because we're not following the path of our gift. You know what I mean? It's about what you want to do and what you're supposed to be doing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even you saying, like our gift, like you said, the piano. It subconsciously we took it to entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It was like in that case, like your gift can be.
It don't have to be that. You know what I mean?
I know, but you see, like it's the first thing we think, like subconsciously, like, oh no, you got to get to play the piano, like something like that. Yes. Instead of us saying, yo,
be the lawyer.
You gotta you got a gift to be able to be persuasive and argue your point. You're gonna be a lawyer, or you have
or agriculture. You into trees and stuff.
You love plants.
We laugh at somebody that loved trees and plants back in the day. However, we're not really realizing that their purpose was to love plants and animals and basically plants because oxygen stuff come from that type of thing, and somebody has to take care of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So life will give you that gift and that love and that passion towards plant life. To overall protect us and to take care of us. But you all weak, man. I can't believe liking plants. Man, you need to be rapping, man. Look how big you are. You need to be playing football.
Yeah.
Then he missed his whole part, and now he's playing football because he's big and he's 6'. I hate that because I see a lot of kids coming to the shop that's 6'5", and the parents going right on the basketball court because he's 6'5". You know what I mean? And he's sitting there, D, I want to be a veterinarian. Really? But you playing basketball? Yeah, my mom got me, but I'm 6'5", so I guess this is what I'm supposed to do. That's not true. That's just something either somebody else wanted you to do, or the fact that you 6'5" and you feel like I want to play basketball, but your job is to take care of the animals and make sure nobody ain't killing all these, animals that actually keep our, the ecosystem, right? Or whatever,
Something I'll look at.
Yeah. So, but those are the type of purpose. And then we get into church now and become ministry. Now we don't get into religion.
Oh, we ain't
but now, that's your ministry. And they touch on it a little bit. They almost got it. I ain't say nobody has it, but they almost got it. You know what I mean? Because it is like a ministry. Somebody is called to take care of the plants. Somebody is called to take care of the animals, or even we got a reservoir down here. Somebody's purpose is to take care of that water and make sure we got clean water so we can live. Because again, we're all connected. So his job is to, do that. And, that's what he's supposed to do. But he might want to do something else. But his gift and his passion is pointing toward what he's supposed to do for his overall purpose. What I don't like is when people looking for their purpose and somebody make it seem like you're going to get purpose search by yourself. And I don't like that because it makes it seem like if I say, Blake, you need to find your purpose, or automatic, I'm putting you in a corner where like, I got to find my purpose. This is something that I have to find that only I can do. That's not true. That's not true. It's kind of like if we was putting together a puzzle. First thing you do is say it's a puzzle of a girl riding a bike on a sunny day going over a bridge. Let's just say it. First thing we do is take the puzzle pieces and dump them on the table, right? And then we set the box up so we can see the picture. Everybody does this. So we see the picture. So what we do is we say, okay, well, these goes to the blue sky. So we put all the blues in one corner and say, well, this is for the bridge because she's going over the bridge. So we take the brown one, say it's a brown bridge, boom, and this is part of the bike. So we put that. Well, the thing is that when we put all the pieces together that belongs to the sky, serving one purpose is to fulfill the sky. Those pieces are different shapes, different sizes, and different locations. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But they all serve the same purpose, meaning that whatever your purpose is, you're sharing it with somebody else, but they probably in Nevada. You're sharing it with somebody else that's in LA. Y'all got the same purpose. So what you have to do is search out for these people that have the same gift or the same talent that you have and start, probing their life and saying, wow, That's kind of like what I like. He got the same passion, because somebody need to take care of the water in L.A. and somebody need to be in Delaware. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, even though those puzzle pieces all in the same box, and you put them on a table, they all look alike. They all got the same. I mean, they all look like the same color, but they different shapes, different sizes, and different locations. It's kind of like we are. We're in different locations, but we all serving that one purpose. They was all serving that one purpose for the sky. You got to find out what your purpose is and what you're serving, what you're supposed to be serving, and who's sharing that purpose with you.
I know, like you said, I know we talked about purpose, trying to find your purpose. If you're lost, trying to find your purpose. Now, mindset go. Now, you were a little black kid from the projects, own a few businesses. You got your hair, you got your barbershop. Yeah. I want to say hair salon, but what is the technical term for it?
Barber lounge.
Barber lounge. Yes, his name is Barber's Lounge. You have a transportation company.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, Easy Transit.
Easy Transit, so people need rides.
Yeah, man.
Holla at your boy. Right?
Yeah, man.
Forget Uber.
We love the kids, too.
Well, the kids call it Duber. Derrick D. All right. What any other business?
Other than that, Mindset Go. I'm the president of the board.
I was going to say you're president of the cosmetology board, right? Correct.
Yeah, I don't think I got no more jobs. I don't really need no more jobs other than being a good husband and a daddy.
But I say you about to be a Jamaican, brother.
I know, right?
I got one job. Oh my gosh, yeah, got 10 jobs.
Oh my god! And then the book. So
and then Mindset Go.
Mindset Go. So
right. So you got
bigger than you know.
You got these businesses. And say for somebody who just knew you as a barber, and they was like, well, what gives you the right to write a book that you think you could be an author? What would you say to them?
Oh, it was easy. I think, and a lot of us fail to realize that. Well, let me say this: we get mixed up what we do and who we are. I always felt, I wasn't a barber. It was what I do, but not who I am. I always separated my job or career from who I am. And if I take off the barber hat, I could take off the barber hat anytime. I could take off the business owner hat, and throw on another hat. But I never felt that I was, connected to my job where I say, okay, I'm a barber. No, I'm not a barber. That's what I do. Don't get it mixed up with who I am. And a lot of people do that with their jobs and careers. They let people put them in the box. And of course, you know what I always say, I don't know if you know it, well, maybe you don't know I say this, but some people that think inside the box, and you got some people that think outside the box, and then you got people like me where there is no box. So
I taught you that, man.
I decided that not.
D-Reed, I taught you that, man.
Take so much credit.
Oh my gosh, I taught you that.
There is no box, so there is no limit. So therefore, you can't put me in no box and say this boy is a barber. I mean, I love the craft of barber and done so much for me, but that's not who I am. That's what I do.
Yo, I swear, I taught
so
you
that. Makes sense.
I taught you that.
Right,
I taught you.
Nah,
I'm messing. One day in the chair. Nah, I'm messing.
Man, high five.
Nah, I ain't. That's. I mean, we hear certain
I'm
things.
glad you wrote it down, so you can.
We got questions in, man.
I'm glad you wrote down what I just said, so you can, use that. So you can use that.
Right,
What's up, y'all?
All right. So the next thing, like you said, mindset go. First of all, what does mindset? I never going back to. What does mindset go mean?
Mindset go, of course, is the beginning point. That's the starting point. Just like if you was in a race, ready, set, go. Instead of ready, set, go, let's get ready. Let's go where it really starts at, and that's at the mind. So we'll go with mind, set, go, which is more so a know yourself book. Again, I was telling people all the time, it's a lot of self-help books out there, but what about the self-know books? So we want to create a new genre called the self-know books. Way more important to know yourself before you can help yourself. So mindset go came from the beginning. It starts at your mind.
Mindset go. Got the book, you doing things.
Yep.
Got your business going, right?
Yeah.
First of all, what is your perception? And we're both from Delaware, from Wilmington, Delaware. We come from these these urban neighborhoods or whatever.
Yes.
What do you think what is your perception of Delaware? Do you think it's too big, too small? Do you think you need to move out of Delaware to make it big?
I think every state has its purpose. And a lot of people say, "Man, I'm going to Atlanta." Well, Atlanta is going to be Atlanta. Delaware is going to be Delaware. I love Delaware. I think Delaware is a great place to live. I also think Delaware gets a bad rap. And I know about the per capita, and we in a lot of urban cities across the United States are going through some terrible, terrible times with our young black men. And let me tell you, it's disheartening, man. It hurts my heart, like to even know that we're in that conversation as well. We was in USA Today. They had came down to the shop, and we were talking on us being a barbershop in the shop. Barbershop in the community. And what is our take on this? And I try to defend Delaware as much as possible. We're 900,000 people, approximately about 72,000 in Wilmington, and out of 72,000 people, we got 198. I think we up to 198 murders of 2017, which is so sad. I think we get a bad rap still. In my perspective, is that it can be a great place. I just think it is small sometimes, and people always use the crab in the bucket,
mentality.
Yeah, they always use.
Are you talking about within the black culture or just Delaware?
In our culture, I think. Well, even let's just say Delaware. Our culture too. So overall, we always mention that, which we have to understand that the bucket is not the crab's original state. So we're supposed to be there in the first place. We want to be free, and we want to feel like we're free.
It's ocean,
and then it's not a lot of opportunity here. And when the opportunity do come, of course, somebody's gonna try to jump on it first because it's like almost like survival, or we appear to hate on somebody that's maybe doing it, something that you want to do. And I don't think it's all hate all the time. I just think that sometimes people are passionate and thinking, why not me too? You know what I mean? I deserve to have a better quality of life. I deserve to have that. Why are they the ones up there? I understand the.
So you're saying it's passionate hate?
Yeah, well,
that's envy.
Like to me. It could be a little envious stuff, but
envy.
I think we all experience that sometime. We honest, we all
no,
experience that. Like I should be there. I feel like, and that's fair. You know what I mean? Yeah. However, we don't go out our way and bash somebody and try to move them out that space. With me personally, I try to even go harder. I when I was growing up, I didn't have Christmas and all that stuff all the time. I mean, we had maybe one or two Christmases, that I can remember. But growing up in the hood, we didn't always have those glamorous Christmas and stuff, but I see people on TV, on the Christmas shows that I always wanted the Christmas like that. Right. But I didn't get all bent out of shape and go steal and try to rob and, people and all that stuff. I just knew I had to pull my britches up and go hard that, my kids would have beautiful Christmas. And thank God they always did have beautiful Christmas because of what I went through and didn't want them to experience. So overall, my perspective of Delaware is not bad. I think it's a great state. They call it the small wonder state. Me personally, I'm trying to make it a small wonderful state. And I can't do it by myself. We just need to understand the importance that we need to come together. But I don't think we have come to grips yet that we all are connected.
Oh, you brought up do you really know what door he opened? He know what door he opened right now. Like you said, but truthfully, you said like we need to support each other.
Yeah.
And having a black business and
I want more black business. I want to be inspirational to other young guys to not look at me, oh, man, he got a business, man. No, I want you to open your business too. Right. You know what I mean? I want you to have a great business. I want you to be successful. They say stuff like, black people don't support black people in Delaware. We don't support business. It's maybe true to a certain extent, but let's really look at that. What black people are saying that they would love to support black people, but they want their business to be professional. We all do.
Trust me, I know.
It's not just
I
black
know me
people,
personally. I need to step. I had to step up Front Street.
Man, let me tell you something. Black people don't want nothing more than to be able to support another black business, but they want that business to be professional and do things that they supposed to do. And I'm gonna be honest, and it's a catch-22 with that because sometimes people are just starting out, and we're not fair to giving them a chance. And one thing about our culture, we're quick to shut you down. It's like we always got to be the best. You know what I mean? Like if a white girl in the suburb or a white boy in the suburb area open up a lemonade stand and just say they go around there buying, they're going to buy it and say it's bitter. Well, if it's bitter, then they're going to whisper among each other, listen, she's trying, she's doing a great job, but let's see if we can do some type of investment. Let's everybody donate to her so she can buy some sugar. That way, she can make her lemonade sweeter and she can go further in life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they keep supporting her and they all chip in and all donate and they all, and maybe they got the money to do it. So in our defense, maybe they got the money together to do it. However, they will support that business no matter what until it becomes what it's supposed to be. Now, on the other hand, if Blake out there selling some lemonade that's bitter, oh man, Blake got some, this thing is bitter. Oh man, don't go down there. His thing bitter, man. His thing ain't right. And that happens. So, but again, people want quality service if they're paying their money. So it's a lot that goes on. It's just hard to look at that whole big pot. You know what I mean? But it's on both sides, But at the same time, black people do want to support black people. So I don't want people to feel like black people don't. We do. We just want it to be right if we don't spend our money. Because our money is hard to come by.
I know, no, absolutely.
That's what, and it's not easy to come by like everybody else.
And I'm going to bring a point. You can let me know if you don't want to talk about it. Because I know you came under fire earlier. Well, towards the end of 2017.
Yeah, that's fine.
When
I posted something on Facebook.
You posted something on Facebook. What it was we had two black soul food restaurants. Yes. They closed. It was Derrick D's and it was
Twisted Soul.
Twisted Soul.
Right.
And first of all, shout out to both of those ladies for even opening up a shop.
Dope.
Nary.
Evolve.
And yep.
Shout out to Evolve. She had a birthday not too long ago.
She did. And they both of them supposed to come on the show.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, both of them trying to get both of them on the show because we definitely
show.
want to talk about that.
That's gonna be a good show.
And you came under fire
Yeah.
What did you say on Facebook? And how do you feel about people coming at you or?
Well, they didn't come at me. The people didn't come at me.
Who came at you?
Yeah, the people came at me.
Okay.
Some people that's involved with the restaurant, kind of took it, took it to a offense. You know what I mean?
Right.
And my thing is this.
So they were sensitive. They're cancer.
I'm a cancer.
No, they got sensitive. You said they got.
And you know what? And my theory is this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the type of person. If somebody say they're offended by you, I'm like, man, you can't be offended by that. I ain't even say you can't say that.
Yeah.
The moment that somebody say they are offended, it is your duty to apologize because you can't control that. And if somebody say offended and you don't even know, you just can't say that. You have to go ahead and make that right. So I feel even in that, if I felt like I wasn't trying to be offensive or coming from a negative place, I still have a duty to reach out. I still have a duty to apologize because somebody felt that way. And I don't want nobody to feel that I offended them. Even if I didn't think I did or know I did, it's my duty to make that right. And the only thing was what made, and a lot of people missed the point. Some people missed the point, the fact that I'm passionate about black businesses and I want them to do good for a number of reasons. And people that know that I have a business, they know it's professional, and I try to do the best we can. And we don't cross every T and dot every I either. You know what I mean? That's the real talk. However, but to see, at the time when we was about to lose, or what it seemed to lose, for whatever reason, I don't know what the reasons was for any of them. However, all I care about is, man, we ain't got nowhere to eat on Saturday night. Because one thing about me and my wife, we go out to eat all the time. You know what I mean? So I wanted to make sure that we got a spot to go to. I don't have to go. I was bragging the fact that I don't have to go to Miss Tootsie's no more. And I like Miss Tootsie's, you know what I mean? But Delaware got their own spots now.
Actually, they got what's the Brie Bowl? What's the one they got right now?
They got. I haven't been around there, but I heard about it. And I heard a lot of great stuff about it. Matter of fact, the couple of the soul restaurants now that's popping up, and I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about them. Period. However, when I was hearing that we about to lose some. Like, come on, let's help. Look,
we got to support.
I knew we got to support.
Oh my gosh, we
had to support.
I get this debate all the time. I said we got to support our own. Say for an example,
of course,
Chinese stores been in the hoods forever,
right?
And I have never seen a Chinese store support the community yet. I have never seen
baseball games, no T-shirts.
I never seen them sponsor no T-shirts. I never seen them sponsor an event.
Yeah.
Have never seen them go back. But I promise you, the Chinese store is packed every night.
Because it's out of convenience. I mean, Blake, you hungry? It's out of convenience. I understand what you're saying. It's so true.
But as I'm saying, when are we gonna say, yo, y'all don't help us? Why are we helping y'all?
Because we want that chicken fried rice and
that goes back to the mindset go.
The mindset.
The mindset go. I said, man, I'm not, man. Look, man.
Ready, set, go.
I'm going to Walt's. I know Walt's closed at 10.
I love
and Chinese stores stay open to sometimes 11, 12. Right. But we go to Chinese store, we get chicken.
Yeah, get chicken.
Well, we think it's chicken.
I like Walt's too. I think what, Blake. It's hard. It's hard. It's just so hard for us sometimes.
Yeah.
I was watching what was it, Scandal, about a couple years ago. There was a scene when it first started, one of the early seasons, where the father was talking to Olivia Pope, and he was telling her the difference between us, our race, and other races, and how we have to do double of what they have, double of what they do to get half of what they got.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is with us. We always got to go hard. You know what I mean? You can see somebody that's singing from another culture. They're like, hey, all right, but Brian McKnight got to sing all the way through the roof just to make it on the radio. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, we do
Wale said it best for Sam Smith's song. When he first dropped, "Stay with Me."
Yeah.
That first hit, he said if it was a black person, it wouldn't have been that.
Oh,
it would not have been that. And I said, that's so true. When Sam Smith dropped that song, first of all, I said the same thing. When I first seen Sam Smith, it was on Saturday Night Live. That's when most people over here seen Sam Smith. He was on Saturday Night Live. Everybody was like, who the hell is this? And I liked it because it had that soulful.
No, don't get me wrong.
He had that soulful R&B, but it had that soulful R&B vibe.
I seen him live.
And if you've seen his singers, they were African American.
Yeah.
And they said, Wale said it. He said, if Sam Smith was black, the song wouldn't have been as big as it was.
I agree.
And Sam Smith wouldn't have been as big as he is.
Well, what about Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett just said that. I just posted a video this week, and Warren Buffett said, they was asking him an interview about his life. He said, "Oh, well, if I was black, or if I was a female." He said, "If I was a black or a female."
Oh yeah.
He said,
I seen that.
My life would have been totally different. And he's like, 3 richest man in the world somewhere. He's up. Of course, he's in the top 5.
Yeah.
And he has a great lifestyle. You know what I mean? He's real humble. You know what I mean? And it's humble house, humble car.
Yeah,
he still drives, and he's up there in age.
Yeah,
however, but he said he made a point that, and that's something. I think something is wrong with that. But I give him big ups for recognizing that. That it is a little bit harder for us. We got to do double of what everybody else do to get half of what they got, and we're struggling. You know what I mean?
I know we do. We do have to do more. Yeah. But and I tell people too at the same time. But like, we can't let that stop you.
I agree.
Keep going.
I don't think it should stop.
We can't all right. Either you're gonna play victim or you're gonna like go get it. Now I get it. Trust me. I'm not saying. But this is what I tell people as well. Even being black in America right now. We talk about, the injustice and all that stuff, police brutality. Yeah. But I say, would you rather live anywhere else? I'm saying we're still blessed because people in third world countries would kill to be able to have your electric bill. And we complain about having an electric bill. We complain about whatever. And I'm like, people would kill to have a bill. People in Puerto Rico don't have no electric, cuz.
Yeah, but we don't be consciously thinking about that.
I know that's what I will never complain.
Right.
You will never hear. You can ask one person. Blake Saunders will never. I won't complain about the heat.
But I think. Well, no. I mean, I understand that. All that is true. People, but when you feel that you're treated unfairly,
I'm not unfairly. I know that's so true. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that's right. No, you're right. It is wrong.
Like with me, I made it out the hood.
It is so wrong.
I made it out the hood, and it's funny because every stereotype. If people watch my pattern, they say, well, black men are lazy and don't want to work. Well, guess what? I opened up 2 or 3 businesses. Well, black people just want to live with their mom. Well, I own a couple houses because, I'm in real estate too. Or black people don't read. Well, guess what? I wrote a book. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I always try to counter that, But I can't expect everyone else to do what Derrick Reed done, because I know the challenges that's involved in that, and sometimes you're not brought up or taught right. Of course, I would say that my mama did the best that she could, and big ups to my mom, Elise Reed. She's a heck of a job with what we had in the projects. You know what I mean? And we experienced moving from house to house and all type. And I talk about this stuff in Mindset Go. I touch on my lifestyle, where I came from, just to kind of give you a background and history of what I had to go through too. But I don't look at somebody. It's hard for me to look at somebody and say, "Man, you can do it too." I don't know. You know what I mean? It depends. Everybody got different walks and different lifestyles, and I don't know. I don't know how hard you had it. I don't know, but I know that I'm here to inspire you, to let you know that it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's a. Whole
I'm here to let you know it's possible. I want you to know it's possible.
That's a whole nother conversation. We ain't gonna dive in. We'll be here for 2 more hours.
We'll be here for 2 hours. What's on Facebook?
We're here for 2 more hours.
But
man.
Listen, it's all about Mindset Go. So we talking about Mindset Go.
Mindset Go. Okay, back to the book. Yes, Mindset Go coming out February 11th.
February 11th.
2 things.
Yep.
Where can people get it? Mm-hmm. And secondly, after somebody reads that book, right? They read Mindset.
Mindset Go.
Mindset.
You're bigger than you know.
Mindset Go, you're bigger than you know.
Bigger than you know.
Mindset Go, like the comedian, Instagram. Anyway, when somebody's done with that book, how much growth should they have had after reading that book? That's just, if you can give a percentage, like what should they take from that book when they're done and be like, hey, you know what? After this book, like I learned this or I learned that. When it's all said and done, what do you want? The end result for that person to feel when a book is done after they read it.
I want to awaken them. I want to be that them coming into a dark room and somebody, while you was in a dark room, hit the switch. Like, say you was in a dark room and you're just looking for something, but it's hard to find. You're going to the room and the light bulb out. You know what I mean? When you was little, go up there and get your coat off the bed. But they had pity pat night, so they used to take all the coats and throw them on the bed up into somebody's room.
Little kids,
some of y'all, I'm gonna tell my age, but but they said, go up there and get your coat. We're gonna leave.
That's the card game.
So we go there and get our coats, but it's dark. You know what I mean? Right. But one of them kids come in there and switch the light on. Man, there go my coat. I found it.
Right.
That's how I want Mindset Go to be. I want them to read it and feel that once they're done, somebody turned on the lights and somebody exactly knew what everything was that I was looking for. I touch on a lot of things. I talk about purpose. I talk about your gifts. I talk about things that one of the chapters in the book is called Free the Hostage, which is actually one of my favorite chapters. It's called Free the Hostage. I think chapter 10. And this is about, more so, and without giving away, about freeing yourself, from past hurt or things that, hold you down. A lot of people got a lot of baggage, Blake, that you don't even understand. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I talk about this story where I was at an event with all women. I was the only guy there, but I was invited to an all women's event to, kind of be the male voice a little bit, And I was a little, scared about going, but you know what? These women invited me, and I was honored. I was honored to be there. You know what I mean? They invited me to come, and I learned a lot. Another compassion thing, you know what I mean? A little sensitive thing. But a lot of compassion.
Sensitive.
But one of my favorite chapters about, baggage. And not only do women got baggage, men got a lot of baggage. We got a lot of baggage. It might be even worse with us, if I could say that, because a lot of times we got to hide our stuff because we got to be macho. We got to have our chest stick out. And, it's not about that all the time. But growing up in the hood, you was taught that way. You know what I mean? You wasn't taught to get in touch with your, inner sensitive side and have compassion and love and care and stuff like that. But overall, I want people to read it and feel like the light's been cut on. He said exactly what I was feeling that I couldn't articulate. He said exactly what I was looking for that I couldn't find. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with Mindset Go. We got a book, we got a title in there, chapter 2 is Time Currency. Time is the most valuable asset I think we have because we can lose it and can't get it back. But we look at money as the most valuable thing. We need that money. Everybody get that money. But a lot of people don't even have money to invest in their dreams or invest in their vision. Well, guess what you do have? You're rich with time. Mm-hmm. So you got to, just like a millionaire would invest his money to get a positive return, you got to learn that you got to learn and understand that you're rich. And you got to invest your time in things that's going to give you a positive return. You got to invest your time in people that's going to give you a positive return. So I touch on that. I talk about your circle in your corner. Right now, we talk about our circle in our corner. People are like, man, that's my circle. But guess what? Your circle is good to have, and I think everybody should have a circle. But your corner is necessary. And in Mindset Go, I break that down too. So it's an awesome analogy with that. The story is just so dope.
So dope.
So
dope. Where can people get this light bulb on February 11th?
Right now, if you want to pre-order, you can go to mindsetgobook.com. Facebook Live, mindsetgobook.com.
Stick it with the Facebook Live.
Mindsetgobook.com. I'm gonna be honest, I want to draw as much traffic as I can to my website. It will be on Amazon too. For those Kindle readers, you can go to Amazon right now and pre-order. I think it's Amazon Kindle. So you can go on that and pre-order the book. You can go on mindsetgobook.com and pre-order. The book come out February 11th. And my goal is to make sure everyone that pre-orders, and shout out to all you guys that pre-order. Oh my gosh, man, it's a lot of y'all. That pre-order, I really appreciate. And I have a special surprise. Let me say this. I'm working on a special surprise for you guys because I want to make sure that you get your book early. And also a book signing coming up. I haven't launched a date for the book signing yet because I'm still waiting some stuff for, the book is in formatting right now, which is good, it's fine. And after that, I'm going to launch a release date so people can come and buy the book there. And those who already have the book, come there and get it signed by me. And I will elaborate and talk about the book and have a little conversation and food and all that stuff. So I don't want, me, Blake, I don't do stuff ordinary.
Is it going to be Chinese food?
No. It's soulful, please. If you're a soulful restaurant, please hit me up. I need somebody to cater the event, so hit me up on my inbox. Derrick D. Reed.
Hey, D. Reed. Now, before we get out of here, I like to do one thing. We all like to ask our guests 3 questions, right? So that's the first thing that comes to your mind, really quick. Boom, boom, boom. I want you. I know you could talk for days.
I like that because I try to put people on a hot seat too. But
I know you wrote a book. I know you got a lot to say, but you got to be quick, precise, to the point.
One word?
Not one word. No.
Okay.
Just really quick with it. Okay.
I'll try. All right. That's what we're gonna do first.
3 questions.
3 questions.
And don't hit me with that.
He gonna tell me the questions, right? He gonna give me the questions, but he gonna tell me how to answer them.
No, I'm just saying don't hit me with that bull. Keep it real.
All right.
1,000.
Yeah. Let me shout out to my family too. I can't do that then.
Yeah. Well, you want to do it right now?
I just want to shout out to my wife, Takisha Reed. I see you watching this, so look, she's doing the fitness stuff, man.
I know she's been working hard.
She's a beast, ain't she?
Yeah.
So shout out to Ty Reed. That's her name on Facebook. I just want to shout out to her who has the Firm Gear Fitness and my kids, man.
Shout out to the kids,
Tierney, Ron, Caleb, Mariah. That's my crew.
You gonna shout out your guys at the shop?
Oh, his name is Barber Lounge. They the bomb, ain't they?
Yeah,
they working on something big, man. I can't even tell nobody. We on a contract. What kind of stuff is that? We can't even talk about it. But anyway, shout out to his name is Barber Lounge, who on the contract can't talk about what we doing big.
Right.
Unbelievable, but yeah.
Hey, Mindset Go. Mindset Go. You ready?
Go. Mindset Go. Yeah, we're good.
All right. First thing.
Let's go.
Tell the world. What is your biggest regret?
Education. My biggest regret is not taking school seriously. Even as a grown man, not taking school seriously when I was young, not really studying, we wasn't taught that. We wasn't taught to get in them books. We wasn't taught that it was cool to read and learn math and, be educated and have our vocabulary using words like serendipitous and all the types of vocabulary words that are out there. That is my biggest regret to the fact that it even hurt me today that when I get where I need to go or we need to be, I'm considering going back to further my education.
It's so funny that you mentioned that. That's my one regret. Well, we're gonna get that. It ain't about me. It ain't about me.
So, yeah.
All right. Second thing. Tell us what has been your greatest failure.
My greatest failure, wasting time. After writing Mindset Go, I felt myself grow. It's funny because you're writing a book that actually is teaching you to, and it becomes therapeutic to you. So wasting so much time and not knowing the value of time. And I didn't never want that to be something that I realize now.
Yeah.
And I tell young people when I meet them, they say, well, I'm trying to do this and I ain't rich. I said, how many you rich? And they don't never. I was at an event, Raising King, Shonda Pitts put on an awesome event last Saturday, and I was invited to there. And then the kids, I asked them, who in here rich? Nobody raised their hand. Because of their perspective, they're looking at money. I said, no, you're all rich. Matter of fact, you're richer than me because you have more time. You're young, and I don't want you to waste that. And one of my biggest failures was not utilizing time to the best of my ability and investing in things and people that was going to give me a positive return. I wasted a lot of time, and I'm trying to get that back as much as I can. It's hard, but I'm just trying to make up for that.
Okay, well, see, you ain't getting time back. You said that.
Yeah.
One thing you can't get back is time.
I'm trying to make up. Yeah,
get that back. All right,
trying to make up.
Last thing. Mm-hmm. What does taking over your world mean to you?
Oh, taking over my world is me staying present, staying conscious, knowing that taking over the world requires me to not try to control the things that I can't control. I think we have a problem with, again, just like I said, we have a problem separating our jobs and our careers from who we are and what we do. Again, I'm not a barber. That's what I do. When it comes down to, how can I put it? Kind of lost my train of thought. I don't want to put it. I just had it. Oh my God. Well, listen. Far as what I was gonna say is about. Repeat the question again. Go ahead.
Hey, what does taking over your world mean to you?
Taking over, being conscious, separate. That's what. So separating your career and stuff from who you are, and separating yourself from your mind. One thing about your mind is it can control two places, and that's past, what already happened that you can't control, and then the future. You know, what you don't know is going to happen, you can't control. So you want to be able to separate your mind from who you are and staying conscious. My thing, taking over the world means staying conscious, staying present, and controlling what you can control.
Hey, there you heard it best, man. D. Reed. Control what you can control, but what you can control is purchasing Mindset Go February 11th. And if you're seeing this podcast after February 11th, just make sure you go to purchase it at Amazon.com. Also, make sure you go to mindsetgobook.com. My man D. Reed, I'm Blake the Brain. It's been Taking Over the World podcast. We'll see you all next time. Cheers.
Yeah. You all right, boy.